So, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Redstone Quarry podcast, episode 29. Today we have 4 people with us.
You count yourself, yes.
Yes, I am a human being too.
Well, with us, it implies you and for other. Well, hi, I'm Enemy.
Hello, I'm Norwegian artist or NWA.
Hi, I'm Niels.
Oh yeah, and I'm Wout. Yay. Well, I was doing so great at this, So, is anyone going to begin? Okay, if not, let's start with the comments.
Actually, yeah, like about the comments. I have found 2 comments from episode 26 and one from 27 that happened like after we recorded the podcasts. They're interesting, so I would like to talk about them.
Okay.
I pasted them somewhere here.
Somewhere.
Wait, no, the first one is from Cubitect, and it's on episode 26. And he says, I started a metalcore world a couple days ago. Now I just set up my first beacon. My world is set seed though, with a quad witch hut. Maybe I'm a bit too optimistic here. My version of metalcore hardcore world with natural regen off, max health set to 1 heart and level that.
Don't even need to turn off the natural regen, do you? Because if you lose half a heart, you're already dead. You cannot regen.
No, like he has 1 heart. He has
1
heart,
2
not half a heart. So I guess he has like the forgiving version, quote unquote. But yeah, congrats on getting so far. Like, I assume you're still alive. Maybe you can like make a comment and post an update on that.
Assume that he killed the widow with one of those machines in the bedrock roof and not by hand, because it would be kind of impossible.
You kind of have to kill it by hand or you suffocate it, but
yeah, by killing by hand, but
it's probably not a fair fight because that would be insane. Yeah, so I really like that people are starting to play metalcore, which is awesome. Yeah, have we decided when we want to play metalcore together on the stream? Maybe. I think we're gonna stream that. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Maybe we can actually make it when I kill enemy.
Is PvP on? Bam.
That's
not on. Okay, 1 sand block. Bam. No, 2 actually.
Yeah, like it would be very cool if we just like get a bunch of people, like I don't know, like way more than we are.
I know 26. And just like we don't be off, but the goal is to kill each other.
No, the goal is to like play survival Minecraft as we all do and laugh, but like with like the danger of when you like fall 4 blocks, you're dead forever.
Okay, and the danger of Wout lurking in the shadows, trying to kill everyone.
Of course.
What did you expect after what you just did to me?
Next topic.
That was torture.
It wasn't. Come on. It's like
I had to look at my face like a million times.
By the way,
moving on.
We will post maybe some in the show notes.
A vlog this week.
No. It's not Minecraft news.
We're like taking screenshots of it, like when he looks funny, making captions to it.
You can do it with any vlog. Yes, no.
Yeah, but Wout is especially funny because he's here.
Yes, because I'm here.
The other comment is from episode 27. And
wait, that was a comment from 26. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, 26. This one is from 27.
Good morning.
Like he made a comment about my video like weeks beforehand. That's interesting. Okay.
It is all possible. Is it at all possible to make 0/1 tick analog decoder? I have managed to get a 2 tick decoder. Can you get a better one? I never tried.
Niels would like to look into that. Niels?
What?
Something you would like to look into that?
And decoders for analog signals.
Yes,
I've looked into that. What?
In 0 ticks.
Or 1 tick. Something faster than 2 ticks.
No, I have tried that, but it was a slow version.
I would assume we're talking about redstone ticks. We really have to get away from talking about ticks, but talking about R ticks or G ticks or S ticks.
I think he means game ticks actually. Because
I don't think he means game ticks.
I mean, 1 tick would make sense, right? Just line of repeaters basically, and I mean, can't you just block some signals off with pistons? I don't know actually.
Yeah, but like the redstone ticks. I think he's talking about redstone ticks.
I think he's talking about game ticks, but whatever.
No, I would assume it's redstone ticks. I would only use game ticks if you're using command blocks, clocks or something like that.
And or if you want to use a real unit of time. That's where
Yeah,
this discussion
just
here.
express everything in seconds and it'll be fine, right?
Yes, basically.
Okay,
no,
then
like,
he
I'm
did it in
fine with
1/5 of a
RTX,
second.
GTX, and STX.
Yeah, let's just consider it lesson ticks.
Yeah. I guess if someone else knows if there's a 1 or 0 tick, if it's game tick or Redstone tick, analog decode out there, maybe you can just post a comment and let us know, so Oliver can find one or get one, and yeah. But that's all with like follow-up from way back. We can now go to the comments from last week.
So who will begin? Well, that's a great turn already.
The one is asking.
Well, Roby Toby says, in my opinion, the comment section was a bit missing this week, but otherwise, great podcast as always. That is because Enemy doesn't want there to be a long, what's it called? Follow-up section because he hates comments.
Yeah, that's totally not the opposite of my opinion at all.
That's what you
Does
said
Enemy
in the episode
hate
before.
whales? God damn it. It's not good.
Well, anyway, is a Bedrock for each world generated based on seed, or is it like the Nether Bedrock, I suppose he's saying? As far as I know, the overall Bedrock, I spoke with Rayworks because he wanted to do some stuff with Bedrock, and he said that the overworld Bedrock was seed dependent, I believe, and also the Nether floor as well, or just Nether ceiling was.
Nether ceiling is always the same.
Yeah.
Isn't there
That's what I got
also something that the bottom of the Nether and the bottom of the overworld are the same with Bedrock?
Ooh, no clue.
Could be. I don't know. Research for someone who is very interested.
I once I do know that in one of Panda's video where he showed off the that killing machine, he said something, you go to these coordinates and it's the same in every world.
Yeah, but it's the Nether ceiling.
Yeah, I think he also said something about the other things.
Okay. Yeah, that would be interesting to know because I never thought about that.
You will have the link in the show notes.
Link to what? The
What
comments?
video?
What video?
And that's
Without
where he talked about
sleeping.
Bedrock.
What video you talking about that? Well, yeah, I'm trying to make the show notes, but it's hard for me, okay?
Isn't that in the WordPress?
Okay, whatever. Let's just
We're gonna put
Panda's
like all the Wout memes in there.
Bedrock with our
Maybe we have the same
positions.
problem as Wout on his video, that the description is full.
Wait, the description was full last episode?
No, but on your video.
Good morning, Wout.
It was full in one video of mine. Yes, good morning, I know. Actually, it's like 44 past midnight here, but yes.
I would say that I would consider that as morning
Uh-huh, okay.
or afternoon, whatever.
Okay, sure. Well, maybe we should move on because we really haven't talked about anything in the past 10 minutes. So Raywork says, I did not come up with a sand generator for watching this podcast. Combining Obsidian Farms and sand generator is something I have wanted to do for about 1.5 years. It was not until our server ran out of sand that I started to work on it. Enemy, really.
Well,
we're in the podcast.
I guess that was like the problem with when you have an obsidian farm, then you cannot have
No,
the
that's
other
not what
one.
I'm talking about. You don't.
Yeah, but yeah, the listeners don't know about what.
Yes,
what
that's
I
why you should
post in
apologize
chat.
on the podcast right here. That people.
No, that's why
Enemy
you
just
should
put
not
another
even
snapshot from my
mention
vlog
it.
in the chat.
You don't even mention it and just forget about
Yeah,
it.
just don't mention it. Go
Yes,
on.
he just put it, does it so I laugh out loud on the podcast, and then everyone will
Why
like,
did
oh,
you
Wout's
even
some
click on
professional.
it?
Yeah, why did you even click on it?
Well, I didn't click on it. I'm not gonna do it. No, it's maybe after the podcast. So anyway, Enemy is a bad person. Moving on. The Sensigiator. I talked to some people about it this week, and apparently we're pretty sure. Apparently Zycraft has tested it, and it is not fully stable, unfortunately. So I would not build it by myself. So it's probably something we should mention for the viewers.
But Wout, you wouldn't even build it at all.
Use with caution.
Yes, use with caution. So basically, if withers break out, kill yourself and never end at the end again.
Make
I'm
a single
still
cell iron
waiting for
farm.
like the explanation thing because I'm not sure what's that different about this Wither cage and why it should be better. But like, yeah. Yeah. Apparently not because of something we inspired.
Oh.
Well, I think that's all we can say about Sensigiator, right?
Huh?
I think that's all we can say about it, right?
Yeah.
I'll take it as a yes.
It's funny that he like used a different word for it.
Oh,
What is
sand
this?
generation.
No, what was the like wasn't like obscenity data or something?
No, it was just called Sensigator.
Okay,
couldn't
my
pronounce it
memory is
last
just
time.
terribly bad. Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
just don't mind. Norwegian, maybe you want to read the next comment?
Yeah, sure. Should we talk about the one that Robotobi wrote? About the Mario thing?
You could, yes.
Okay, so basically, what I understand for this is like he wants a way to automatically find the best way to. Example, I would find a video gauge method that is not discovered by a human brain. So instead of that, he uses a computer to do that. This is not something he did himself or anybody else have done, but just something to think about.
The problem I have with it is that we're just breaking out, like, how are you going to simulate that, basically? Because you basically would have to put it into a Minecraft world and then let it run for a while and see if the weather. Like, I guess you could use as an heuristic. You could use at the time until the weather breaks out, but in the end that can become infinite. So then I'm not sure if that would break your machine.
Yeah, if it's infinite, then it's good, and it's good cage.
Yeah, so well, I guess your machine would get stuck on that one, so that's all right. But
Just
it's
have to
Well,
not
test it
necessarily a complex
infinitely.
one. So
It also has something to do with your scenario. Sometimes, like when you load and unload the chunk all the time, then you have a different outcome for when you
Yeah,
just
see, that's
AFK
also
there the whole
possible.
time. Because with unloading, you can sometimes have the thing where the blocks aren't loaded in, but the entities are, and then they somehow manage to hit each other, and then some stuff breaks loose. And if you just like stand there, you get different results. And I just think you don't have the computational power to do anything like that in Minecraft-like environment. We have so many possibilities. Yeah, kind of sounds like a downer, I think.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe. Apart from that, I don't think there's that much left, to be honest. So I don't know. Can you guys?
Myren made a bunch of comments.
Yeah, but they're about like. Oh wait, actually, yeah, that's a pretty important comment. Sorry. So yeah, he made a comment about the spawners, indeed, but it would still like you can, as we discussed last episode, you can't test every light level with that, just a couple of borders. But yeah, I mean that's just like with the weeds that only just were one light level as well. And that's, I think, like, I don't know if you want to talk about these other comments. What do you think?
Well,
Well-
he made one about where it said it takes 2 days to upload a video, and that I should try a different format, file format. And yeah, well, like it can be faster than 2 days, depending on length and whatever. But for a podcast, it would take forever. Like I used to upload 720p videos, which the podcast is also in.
Mhm.
And it took like for like I don't know 15 to 20 minutes.
But the thing is, yeah, if
8 hours maybe.
if you
And
just
yeah.
upload the podcast with the background footage just being a black screen, then the file size would be less, and then it's about the size of the MP3, and it's, I don't know, 80 MB.
Yeah, if I only upload the MP3, that wouldn't take that long. Would
And
still
if
would
you
take
and if
way
you
longer than Niels, but
if you would use a lesser a lower bit rate, you can get it down to 20 megabits, 20 megabytes.
yeah, but
So I think
fortunately
that-
we don't have to compromise because you have good upload, right?
Yeah. And also the MP3, that doesn't take that long. And the difference between having the higher load codec on the video, it doesn't really matter that much.
Anyway, what do you have?
To start out with, we have some Mojang things that we can talk
Oh,
about.
yeah, of course.
I think the most interesting and maybe the biggest one is a picture that Jeb posted on Instagram, possibly.
Yeah, Instagram.
And like I think the caption was doing some last finishes before Minecon or something like that.
Yeah.
On the
and then,
picture,
like,
there was
1.9
Minecon 215 hype, and on the
Yeah.
side he said that.
something along those lines, and there was a picture of the end. It had a special structure in it using some kind of purplish blocks. So
Black
we're
hole
almost,
blocks.
so we're probably getting a new block, as we already knew, but also new structures in the end. I guess first structure in the end. I can
And I
definitely
don't
see
see
the Ender
any-
Dragon battle being incorporated into that.
How
because
would you
that would
call
be
that
also
thing? Is it like
torches
the
or
end
something?
temple? Like
And
we have
treehouse without
we
a
we
tree.
have dungeons, right? We have temples, like desert temples, and the ocean monument was called a monument because it's way bigger, right?
Mhm.
Like size-wise and structure-wise, how would you call this thing?
Tree without a tree.
Fortress.
Fortress, but not a fortress is the fortress, and it's like doesn't
Tower?
look like a
The Ant
fortress really.
Castle.
Doesn't really look like a castle. It looks like, as Nerdy put it today, a treehouse.
Yeah, it's a
Okay,
tree
the
house.
The
ants-
ant treehouse.
The Spire House, because of the obsidian spires. Okay, he found an AI, people. Yay. No? Well, okay,
So-
thanks for
And
locking
another
that
thing,
up.
So
there are
basically
no-
means we get a dungeon in the end.
And there are no obsidian pillars anymore. So
No.
is this?
Doesn't mean you cannot generate them anymore.
I don't know. Otherwise, we would have to get some before we update.
Well, it depends if there's an easier or harder way to get crystals afterwards. Because we
Yeah.
don't really care for the pillars, we care for the crystals.
Yes, of course.
Well, technically you can generate bedrock with them, but like only one, and that's not really useful.
Yeah, you cannot move the bedrock at all.
I think it generates a bedrock.
Yeah, there's a bedrock
If I'm
below
wrong,
the
just
crystal.
correct me in the comments. As always, yell at me. Yeah.
But what he says as a comment there, doing last minute work before Minecon, less than 2 weeks remaining. Doing last minute work. It kind of suggests that it might be.
He's going to leave for
that-
London in 1 minute. Yes,
Yeah.
no, it doesn't actually.
Yes, he will leave in London in 1 minute. No, that they will release 1.9 at Minecon, maybe.
Yeah, we're practically sure, I guess. Like, that was a rumor until now, but I
Mhm.
mean, pretty obvious he's finishing something for
I still don't
for
believe
Minecon.
it. I still
why
don't
not?
believe it. Because there's like no pre-release, no snapshot, no anything.
Yes, like that's
with
the
1.8,
new model.
they
maybe
made like
maybe they are.
3/4
Maybe
of a
Microsoft
year
is
of
just like, well,
snapshots,
it's not too.
and then
like,
they made like 5 pre-releases or something till they got like one version where they could say, okay, I think this is fine now. And with 1.9, they like don't do anything for like almost a year or more, and then like bam, here it is. I don't think
Yes,
that's gonna
no
work.
policy.
I think it's gonna be like, what is it gonna be like? 15W27A Minecon edition, special edition, snapshot pre-release A, B, whatever.
That's a
Hey,
way
release
too.
one
Way,
is-
that name is way too long.
Yeah, it sounds a bit long. That sounds like very interesting panel name, but no. I don't see it as an
It's a
impossibility.
pre-release for a snapshot, you know.
They-
That's what I was going for. Because like
I
I don't
wouldn't
think
be
they can
surprised if
have like
they.
a finished version that's functioning because it took them so long last time and like so many updates to fix the stuff they made with 1.8 and still not all fixed. And I don't see how they can make a complete 1.9 version that's working and functional, like in the sense where you don't have the bugs that you had at the start of 1.8. With like mobs falling through floors, for example. When they changed the whole combat system and how everything works and didn't really test that in a huge scale. So I don't believe there's like I would be happy, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it's a reasonable thing for 1.9 to be like finished for Minecon. Because I
Well,
think
finished by
without the
their
snapshots,
standards, I think it's possible.
well,
You can
if
just
you
see
put
this
your
on
if
more
you,
niches.
if you put your finished definition on, well, I'm done coding for now, then okay,
Yes, kind of.
But
Like, they got the main features down and then they went bug fixing, so they release it and they see if people find anything, which of course will be a guess.
well, like I guess with the video game industry, it's like always been broken a bit. But if you would think of a car, like you don't sell a car when you're like, okay, the engine is done. you sell a car when you have like a full product, when you have everything done and everything's perfect, and then you
But
want,
if you're
want to
missing
give something good.
the-
You don't want to
I
give
don't
out
know
a
this.
car that's like missing the lights and like only has one blinker or whatever.
No, but if it's missing the lights, then not. But if it's missing the I don't know, the seats for the back row, you can still sell it if you don't use those. Then yeah, good enough. So if they have all the things that are important in it, but just not the
Well,
things
that's like,
that are not
what do you
important.
define important? Because, for example, for me,
Bug
CTMs
fixes.
are and like survival Minecraft and stuff like that. So map making and survival is like important to me. Not really important to me is all the realm stuff or building kind of things. So it's like I don't know. What do you think? What do you see as important, and what needs to be there and what not? Like, you can drive a car without a seat. You can drive a car without a steering wheel if you really want to.
You can drive a bike without the front wheel, or without a steer. And
Yeah,
also
it's like I don't think there's gonna be like a full car thing for Minecon, right? So like probably hey we have the version, and then it's like I guess it would be what I would consider a pre-release or a snapshot. Maybe it's an actual snapshot. They're just gonna call it like super Minecon version or some shit. And
Minecon pre-release.
Super Minecraft version hype 1.9.
yeah, 25W2728 or whatever it is. A pre-release 1 Minecon edition. Yeah, it's like best title ever. No, like I don't think they can have a balanced finished version that you can just push out like that. I don't think I think that's gonna end horribly if they do that. But hey, best of luck.
We will see.
We will see.
I have on Reddit there was someone who asked, "Hey, will we get any snapshots this year?" And I think Dinnerbone responded yes, so we will get some.
This is optimistic. Like 1 in December.
December 31st. By the way, here's snapshots what we are going to do next year. Now that maybe that's the snapshot they will show at Minecon if they show a snapshot there. I don't know.
But there's more merging stuff actually. For example, Dinnerpone posted a picture or a GIF, however you want to call it, where you can see a skeleton drawing its bow back. You guys see that?
Yes, I saw it.
What do you guys think?
Looks cool. But other than that,
Like, I might be wrong, but I think in like some old alpha or beta version, there was one version where skeletons already drew back bows. I know,
they
no,
broke
like
it
with
and
the,
they fix it 4 years
like-
later, or what?
no, like it's the one version. If I'm correct, it's the one version where you like have the old bow where you can the minigun basically, and also the arrows when you hit like a mob, the arrows get rendered like for players with the pincushion thing. That version. I think in that version they also drew back bows.
Do you also have a number of the version? Because
No,
might be.
I can't remember for the life of me.
God damn it, enemy.
I remember that I saw that in like Let's Play of Rock or something. So, I might be able to look it up, but it will take some time. You guys can talk about the other things that they showed, like the outline stuff and so on.
What did they show about the outline?
There's a picture where like they have different colored outlines for different mobs and different states of mobs and stuff like that. You can toggle it on or off.
The hostile mobs would be red, and the hostile mobs will be red, and animals will be blue or something like that, or what?
I'm not entirely sure how it works, but possibly.
Or that you can see the amount of health points they have, or something like that.
Maybe. Then there also was more stuff for Mojang actually. We can find. Not it. Then there was this funny. Nope. Damn it. I can't find the tweet, but I think it was from Sarge where he mentions that they have like that mystery block. He was showing is not actually like used in the game. It's like a technical block, as he said, that they use for world generation, and like that's basically all he said. But what came to mind to me, what I thought would be something you could do or might be cool, would be that you like spawn this block like an ore block, but with like way rarer chance, like maybe the chance of normal dungeon or something like that. Depending on what you want to do with it, of course. And then you upon population, when you find that block, you just replace it with a schematic file that you have in like some part of your file structure, and like in that schematic is your dungeon or whatever. instead of like doing the whole annoying check for example, for a normal dungeon, you have like the roof, you have the floor, you have the opening and stuff like that. That would be very cool, I think, because then
You can
not
import
only
schematics.
yeah,
basically.
you like for map makers, you could just like change out how dungeons work or what dungeons generate. Like you can adjust like your survival, your kind of out of the box ish generation. You can affect generation in map making very easily. That would be very cool.
Mhm.
No clue if that's what they're actually doing or intend to do or whatever. But it's what I've just came to my mind and I would think would be cool.
By the way, I found that tweet.
Okay, good. What do you think? Like they do with that block?
If it's for spawning technical structures, then I don't know.
Well, it kind of depends because it sounds like they are changing. Well, it sounds like they're changing. Well, population in general, aren't they? Hello.
Hello.
Guten Tag.
Yes. So basically, that would mean that, for example, dungeons could be generated in a totally different way, which would maybe allow us to create more or less dungeons within one cluster.
You can make red dungeons or blue dungeons or
Well, I'm more
AI
talking about like
dungeons.
maybe the requirements are slightly off now or something.
Maybe
that's-
that's just for the new dungeons they intend to make in 1.9. Like they said
Well,
a while
this
ago,
sounds
there
like a
was a tweet
rework
that
to
they
me,
make a
that's
new
what I'm saying.
dungeon and new blocks and stuff.
or
I'm not
that
sure if
block.
that was the end one was or something completely different.
Yeah,
It's possible, yeah.
or that they have more new dungeons.
Yay.
Yeah, he said golems.
Yes, finally.
Green villagers.
It's just a suggest.
I want the snow golem, the big one, not the little one.
Big
Yes.
snow.
Like a giant,
a
but then a
yes.
snow
It's
golem.
like a giant snow golem.
No,
Yes.
like the iron golem, just with snow.
You can change the texture then. If it's snow golem.
And everywhere the iron
Is that
golem,
spoilable?
snow golem walks, there will be like I don't know.
Enemy doesn't know anymore. Don't know why he's talking, but he just doesn't know. Okay, well,
Yeah.
maybe we should move on to other news. I don't know.
Yeah, I think
Like podcasts have been
think
kind of
we are-
slow until this point, so. Anything
Let's
from?
get-
Well, I guess it's all from Mojang, right? I mean, 1.8.
Yeah,
Minecon.
I think
Oh,
that's
9,
like
sorry.
the important stuff. There were like some tweets here and there, but I think we mentioned the important stuff.
Well, I guess you could mention that we are also going to Minecon and that we're going to record the next podcast at Minecon.
Not all of us is we.
Yeah. Part of me, Enemy, and Norwegian normally.
Okay, if you find me, free hugs.
If I find you, I get 3 hugs, but
No,
we're
no.
probably.
Not you. Other people. I don't care about you.
Oh, COVID.
Or do you also
No,
have
just
to make
kidding.
a little ticket
No, I
and
see how it is.
print it out?
It's okay.
I was joking. You can get a hug too.
Yes, I'll hug a 14-year-old kid
Yeah.
who has been insulting me as a guardian for the past 10 minutes on Twitter, which I was silent about until now. Okay, well, let's continue. So yes, we're going to be at Minecon. We're going to try to record at the place Norwegian is staying. But well, I guess we shouldn't go too much into detail there. Yes,
Secrets.
indeed. So I didn't go too far. Now, I guess that's it. Like maybe the quality is going to be lower because of that, but I don't
Why?
see
Because
much
it's
more.
hotel Wi-Fi or what?
Well, because it's going to be an issue with audio, basically. Like,
No,
if
I
you
have
have-
like different settings on my microphone.
but like still, like if your microphone
I'm
picks
probably
up a
gonna
lot
sound
of
different
noise, then it
because,
will
like-
be less quality because you'll have more noise. on
okay.
it.
I
We
don't hear
will
a lot
see.
of noise.
We will
at home,
see.
so-
Yes, and on top of that,
also-
you only have you only you said you have the headphone splitter, which is already quite impressive, but it only can
Yeah.
handle 2 headphones.
Yeah, but you know the AirPlugs thingies?
No, I do not know.
Should I find you a picture or something?
I know what earplugs look like, but I don't know what your technology is going to do with that.
How many ears do you have? Two, so that
Oh,
need
you
two
want to put one? Oh,
earplugs.
dude, that's so annoying.
Yes.
You know what I could technically do is if you have Wi-Fi, I could connect to. I could bring my own laptop and headphones and listen on my laptop and talk into your
There
mic.
you go.
Make sure to mute each other then.
Yeah, like it will be complicated. That's what I'm talking about.
I
So
have
yeah,
done that before, and it's just in a mute the other one, and wait, and then next time when you just normally talk, oh god damn it, I still have you muted.
Yeah. Oh well, we'll see. But I think we should really move on because we've already been rambling for a long time. So, a bit earlier this week, I guess the first thing to mention: pistons with 6 heads. Enemy.
Yes, pistons with 6 heads. More weird, more weird stuff, basically.
Well, it's Myren.
Okay.
You always watch
Yeah.
Myren's videos.
Yeah, but like to be honest, I watched it when it came out and like forgot all about it.
He's placing
Uh,
comparators and doing his machine, placing another comparator, doing his machine, and then destroying part of his machine, and then placing something, and then doing his machine, and then
Wait,
his
are we
six-sided.
the one? Are we talking about the video of the ghost sets or the other one?
I don't know. That's just a video
Because
I
like the one
remember.
with the ghost sets, he's just like exploiting these things to make ghost piston heads. That's it. Yeah, the summary of that one. And for the other one, he's talking a bit about when you disguise, for example, unmovable blocks, and you disguise blocks with additional values, different piston heads and stuff like that. And like you disguise an unmovable block like a torch, then you can also get the light level still and so on, which is interesting. But yeah, like I don't remember all that much. I'm sorry.
Well, I guess we're all a bit tired, so yeah, let's just try to move it along.
But
So it's
do
not
you
going
remember anything? It's all just so much weird stuff that like isn't really that viable in survival. Since like, oh yeah, there was also a thing where when you have a disguise block and you mine it with the correct tool, or like when you mine it and then it's not disguised anymore, and then you switch to the correct tool, it will mine it, even though you're not there anymore. And if you don't switch to the correct tool, it will like mine, or it will break out the time it would take if you mine it by hand, and then it will also not drop. And I think towards the end he showed a neat elevator repeater thing with the instant ghost block generation, which is also new in the video, which I just don't remember. Couldn't do before. Ah, sorry, I'm butchering this.
Well, that's alright.
But we can move on to something we know a bit more about, right?
And it is.
Wout made a Slimestone video.
You don't do this in the news section, I thought.
Why not?
Well, because it's our stuff, so we do that in the.
Well,
stuff
well,
No, it's not
news
my
I'm,
section.
stuff,
I'm
it's your
just
stuff.
mentioning it so it can transfer
Well,
over
I guess
to
I have to link it
the
already
video by
in the news
Burgle.
section. Thanks, enemy.
Sorry.
What was the thing called?
Hashtag
again?
blame enemy.
So yes, so 1x12 TB access bidirectional horizontal pusher, which enemy will probably abbreviate to BH or something.
I think you
that's the
got
full
your
name.
abbreviations right.
I work very hard on them, on getting like the maximal compression in there, but sometimes you need maximal compression while still having some kind of meaning, of course. Else you could just assign random numbers and stuff. But
That
yeah.
always
Limestone
works.
machine 1. Done.
well, no, as you could just call your machine like
Machine.
like basically like YouTube URLs, like underscore question mark 5088.
Wout's Limestone Machine 001. Wout's
Basically.
Limestone Machine 002.
Yeah, see, that wouldn't be the very descriptive. That's the thing. Why I would rather keep
That one
username
Limestone
which
machine
has
Wout
some
made.
meaning.
That other one Limestone machine
Yeah,
Wout
so
made.
people were
Yet
literally
another
discussing semantics here.
Limestone Machine
So
Wout made.
yes, anyway, like I don't know where this podcast is going. So should I just talk
Maybe
about it?
I mentioned it because it's one useful for creating spawners.
Well,
right?
not really,
Main
because
reason?
you can only. Well, it's no, because you have the TP access instead of just the top or bottom. So you can't really push. You just have to push the entire layer in.
But wait, don't you also
You
have
can
a
you put just to push a layer in, but you
top
can't push.
axis?
Well, you
Yes,
can
so-
push the roof with it, basically.
The roof, maybe, I don't know. It actually does take some blocks. No, there's even too much blocks for the roof to be pushed in, and it has the Burgle, give me the right term for this. I'm not gonna forget it now. 1x12. Come on, give me. I need to video right away. Burgle, where's your comment?
And then later this week, Burgle made a concept for a dungeon floor thing pusher video.
Okay. Just for the record, it's called Staggered. Yay. But now on to Burgle's video.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about it? What, like the difference between his and yours? Maybe. Maybe not.
Well, actually, I didn't see it yet, to be honest. So I could. Well, it's just 1 minute, so I'm taking a little try now. This is indeed fully top access. That's pretty cool. So it's very high actually. I never thought about. It's very interesting. Yeah.
You have to describe it a bit so the listeners understand what he's doing because it's very interesting. It's not very descriptive.
Mm.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm
This
wondering how
is
the
audio,
middle
not
stuff is being
video.
done because I can't really see it properly. Yeah, that is very interesting. I have to say.
That's the description.
Well, yes, but I mean, how can I describe it? There's slime blocks and pistons and redstone blocks, and you should probably watch it, and I will link it down in the description. So
Yeah, I guess we can keep it there for that and move on.
Burgles. No, let me say Burgles. So this first one was Wout, and the second one is Burgles. 1 by 12 T axis, bidirectional horizontal pusher, which is a lot better than mine, and there will be a link. So let's continue.
Okay.
Yeah, like it doesn't really show the entire machine, but it works, and I guess that's the main thing. However, unfortunately, you will probably need a bit more work than just pushing the layers if you want to get really advanced structures done, because turns out you can't just fill everything with glass if it has to be non-solid, because some blocks actually have to be air specifically. So unless you can find some way to push a block in and to convert it to air later on, you kind of need to yeah, like basically you can, in any case, you can just push it row by row in if necessary. So you're not really limited, but it just takes a lot longer.
Pushing a block in that you can destroy later.
Well, yeah, but that's the question. Like
But you
I
could
thought
like
of TNT, but it like kind of blows stuff up once you remove it. So
you could use
No
sand
shit.
possibly if you then like make a hole below.
yeah, well then if you need to hold below, so it's there
But
are maybe ways, but
ice wouldn't work, right? Because you cannot melt it.
then you
like
have
there.
water. So
Yeah, like but if you melt it, then you have water and you can push into that, and you have air.
yeah, but like then you need to buy pretty advanced technology. So
Yeah, I'm not
immediately
sure if
just
it even
seems
melts over there. So
immediately it just seems to be to do a bit of tedious work and yeah, send your flying machine over multiple times for a single layer. Which yeah sucks, but at least you don't have to rebuild the machine. You just have to put all the blocks in there in front and adjust the reversing position a tiny bit.
okay.
Yeah. But anyway, so Burgle's pusher is definitely yeah, kind of like this is actually useful stuff for. That's something we could use, or a bottom access one. But frankly, I don't know. Maybe I'll download it and see if I can optimize something somewhere. But probably he already did a good job on it, so I doubt it. So good job, Burgles. I did not see that video, and I'm sorry. But thanks to Enemy, I know that. And
Okay. Then this is kind of like a weekly theme now. What Mango did this week?
the week of mango should be a segment.
Well, this
We
week
have
in
another,
Mango.
also a tune between this. Why did Mango do this?
Yeah.
We should like invite him every week. Like, hey, you like member now because you're like, hey, this is what you did, and we're talking about it anyway. Well, he did a bunch of tree farms. No, he did a Celtic tree farming, and he did a jungle one, an oak, and a birch one, and then in the end, he made a universal tree farm, which is probably the most useful one in survival because you can like get all the trees. And
Not all of them.
No, not that.
yeah, all the normal small trees. Okay,
One by one.
Okay.
that's what I mean by small. Yes.
Yeah, but definition one by one.
Okay. And this thing is incredibly fast. Like, a while ago we talked about Vince's design, and this one is bang. This is a bit faster. Like
Bit?
I think like the occasion mode is double the speed. From what I understand, he used the layout that Vince had, and then optimized around that a bit. And yeah, I think it's like 15 ticks, redstone ticks for normal trees, and for acacia it's 23, if I'm not mistaken.
For the acacia, it's not doing double cycled, right?
No, it's doing something different. It's not doing just the same cycle twice, like Bias one did.
Yeah, the one we
Because then you would get 30 redstone ticks, which would be way longer. 3 seconds. Yeah. Of course, standard features gets enough saplings back to be as useful tree farm.
Otherwise, it's not really a tree farm. It's just a tree harvester.
I guess.
Okay. I don't know.
What else? You have, I think, 3 dispensers for bone meal. Was it that one? Made all these
Yeah.
3 farms. Then what's really cool, what's also improved compared to Spires and Vinces, I think, as well, is that he harvests 11 high trees for if it doesn't use oak, and with that you get a higher output overall. Like not that much higher because there's not a lot of trees that go 11 high, but
Well,
you
how
don't
high do
waste
the other ones
potential.
go? Do they go to 10 or what?
I think 10, and I think Spires is even lower. I think that might be 8 or something. I'm not sure. 9. I don't remember. Someone can probably tell us. But yeah, I think this is like fastest universal tree farm out there at the moment. Crazy fast. I also like how he just like in his videos lately he uses the tick speed mod all the time, so you can actually see what's going on. That's actually also fast. But yeah, think we can talk about next thing. I'm like talking and talking and talking. You guys aren't.
We can
Oh.
talk about the wind farm improvements that Elbow Ludo made. I don't know how to mention your name, sorry. But he's basically found a method to spawn wither skeleton or places outside the bounding box of the nether fortress by using nether brick for some reason. Can't really see how, but it works.
Is it just placing nether brick somewhere else?
Yes,
It's
below
a
and above.
restricted area though. It's not like you just
Yeah.
place it anywhere.
No, I said below or above.
Below is I think it's like 20 blocks down, and above like 9 blocks up or something, if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken. And like that's a huge area all of a sudden. Like if you have like your double intersection, you can put so much more spawning space in there. And considering the Spire's Wither Viper is already pushing the mob cap, imagine how much crazy it can get when you have so much more spawning spaces. Well,
But does it only spawn blazes or also the skeletons?
no, it spawns all the fortress mobs basically.
So you
So
can
you get
basically choose where you want.
Magma slimes, wither skeletons, blazes, zombie pigmen,
Basically-
normal skeletons.
Fortress everywhere.
Not everywhere, but like in that area. And only if you put they only spawn on nether brick blocks.
Yeah, I can't use the ice stream.
Yeah.
And what height was it?
Up to 9 above and 21 below, if I'm not mistaken.
9 above what?
Above the bounding box, the fortress itself. So I'm not sure if seems like a really weird thing that they wouldn't wouldn't care that much about if like people would use it, because it's not like something really breaking the game. So I think it's safe to say you can abuse this without having to worry that it's get fixed soon, or like that they're like, oh, we have to fix this real quick and we're gonna patch it in next like 1.8 something release. So yeah, I think if you haven't built like your biggest build skeleton farm yet, you can totally abuse that.
Have you seen that old video from, I think it was Definives, where it also you can have the fortress
Yeah,
mobs.
but that's like above the roof, and that's
Yeah.
only in 1.7. That's not in 1.8. It's ended in 1.7.
Ah, okay.
That's with the hash
This
and so on.
is something similar to that, or there's something
Well,
different?
similar in the aspect that you can get the nether mobs outside of the bounding box itself,
Yeah.
but apart from that, not really. Apart from that, it's a really different thing.
Okay.
Then on my list I have Tango's multi-sorting storage system for some reason. You guys want to talk about that, or should I just quickly explain what it does? And
Well, I guess since I didn't see it, I want to talk about it. Yeah,
Well,
Bedrock.
it's basically the same what Sapling did a long time ago. It's like you have your storage array, but instead of like sorting one item per chest, you have multiple items in a chest, and it will just put in what fits in, and the rest will just continue the loop, and you need to fill up every slot of the chest, otherwise it will like start to filter in empty slots and so on. But yeah, it's basically what it does. I'm not sure about size-wise if it's a lot better than what Sapling had, but I know that I think JL and Dan, maybe Spire, I don't recall.
Made a
Made a
smaller
better
version of it, right?
yeah, made a smaller version of what Sapling had, and I think that's still smaller than what Tango showed. Yeah, but storage concepts like small scale automatic sorting, and I don't know, like I hope that with 1.9 hopefully we can do big storage rooms automated again, because we don't have that much lag. But well, 1.10 performance update, right?
Yeah, and 1.11 as well.
And
hopefully.
infinite.
And
1 point get a better computer update. It doesn't even help a lot. It's the worst thing. Okay. And I know that this week we're really out of order with like when the things came out we're talking about, but also have Bedrock breaking from Ray's works, or from Ray. What he shows is basically something we talked about in earlier episodes, which is the pistons without heads, and breaking the bedrock for the end portal, and
Well, the
for
one
the
which
end
goes
portal,
back, basically. Right?
the one that goes back, the incoming one that doesn't have any bedrock. Yeah, but basically, the problem with the pistons without heads is that you can only use it for blocks that weren't there before. That's why you cannot use it for normal bedrock breaking, and only for the end portal, because that one will generate after you had the chance to put something there.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can kill the dragon in a different location, different height, so you can like put all the stuff there. I don't see a big use for it. Just breaking the bedrock of the end portal, like that's actually useful if you want to make like a tree farm in the end, for example, which I think like, was one of the very first automate wither tree farms was using that cage, right?
yeah, I think Panda
Maybe.
Survival, it was one of the first places where some of those things were used. Yeah, he used the end portal.
Yeah.
There was also another bedrock breaking thing this week from Cool Man, the jungle trees, 2x2s. Did you guys see that?
I didn't see it, but I know about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
you talk
basically
about it because I didn't.
it's basically yeah, just like the dark oak, it doesn't check for all the places if there's a block. And if you spawn it, some of the branches can destroy blocks that are farther up. It's quite a big area, so that it destroys. Yeah, you can only go up. So you cannot break the bottom of the world. But you can go make a to the top of the nether, something like that.
Is it possible to make a really cage with that, or is it too
I would say yes, it's kind of possible. No.
with the randomization of jungle tree? That
Yeah,
would
wait.
be-
If you have a good beginning spot, then you can remove blocks behind, right next to it and below it. So I would say you can clear blocks around it, and on the rest, what you, the 3x3 thing where you hold the wither, just keep that how it is, and I think you can make a cool cage.
I think the problem with it is that like you kind of have to be very, very careful when you want to make like your bedrock for your villa cage.
Yeah, but the
because
dark
of
oak, it's the blocks you're breaking are so close by, and here it's so far away. It's
Yeah, you have to really watch out what you're doing.
and if you mess up, then
Yeah.
yeah, you have to hope that you have a backup.
Or just start over in a different place.
Yeah, start a new world, also possible.
No, never a good idea. Yeah,
Or
but
just
like
fall off a cliff and then you have to start a new world as well.
I don't have
It didn't
anything
matter.
more on my list. Do you guys have more on your lists? Do you have a
Let
Let me
list?
check.
Don't know.
I know, I don't think there was that
What
much this week.
list?
There's a couple of things which got released in the past days, but I still have to watch them.
Nope, nothing on my list.
One,
I
you also have
just
to do
saw
something.
that Coolman has a newer video where he uses mushrooms to break end portals.
Mushrooms.
I've seen it.
Doesn't work. It doesn't work with Bedrock, but it works with end portal frames. Just like plants a mushroom like a red one, bone wheels a bunch, and then just like breaks all the, the end portals. Interesting behavior. We're gonna link to that as well.
Norwegian, anything else you want to talk about?
Not really. I didn't make a list this week.
Well, great. Now we're stuck here.
We could
That's
talk
great.
about
Can
what
do
the fuck
what-
we did this week.
We could do that, yes, technically. So, anyone's gonna begin?
I was a lot at work and little at Minecraft. Basically didn't do anything important this week. Crafted some iron, I think that's all.
You haven't crafted any iron in the last 2 days.
Oh no, I don't think I did.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, like the other day, yesterday, day before that, Wout, me and Vince were like looking into dungeon stuff.
Wasn't it yesterday?
Yeah, what did I say?
That was
Oh.
yesterday. You say the day before yesterday.
Said yesterday or the day before that. Like my memory is like really bad. Remember?
Yeah, you know, there's
But
sometimes.
if you're listening to the podcast on Monday, then yesterday would be to what is today
Okay,
for us. Doesn't make any sense anymore.
never did.
Oh man,
Yeah.
this podcast is doing great. Anyway, so we're looking for a bit into dungeon tech. Finn's talked a bit about it after my latest video from Diecraft, so we went on to their server, well, the creative server that is, and yeah, well, I don't know what you guys were doing. I was messing around with configurations of spawners. It would technically be possible to generate in order to get 72 spawners in a, you could say, a small cluster together, so that they are all within 16 blocks range of a single point, which is where the player would stand then. 72 was definitely the limit. I know you knew that, because basically, if you want to get as many spawners as possible, you have to position yourself in the center of an offset chunk, because that way your clear of 16 blocks reaches well into the 8 chunks surrounding that offset chunk. But yeah, you can't really do anything more.
And what is an
than that.
offset chunk exactly?
It's basically a chunk just 16 by 16, but it's offset by 8 by 8 blocks, because that's what it is for the population, really. It will place 8 spawners. It will try to place 8 spawners within that region. So you kind of have to take into account these are not actual chunks, but you could say it's practically the same. They're also 16 by 16. So yeah. But anyway, if you put yourself in the middle of one of those, so in the corner of actual chunks, then you will have a bit of range into all of the 8 surrounding offset chunks, and you can use that basically to get 8 spawners in every of those chunks within range. And using that, well, you can get to the 72 limit, which is what I basically spend my time trying to prove, and I'm pretty sure it's proven now. Like I discussed the method it basically involves some real lucky chest placement and stuff to count that, and then it relies on the order in which spawners generate and chests which need to get placed in the right position, and it's really unlikely, but technically it's possible. That's basically what to take from there. Okay, so anything else to talk about or something, Enemy? Since I also explained it to you.
Well, I found it really interesting what you did with the walls, and when you how you use the walls for more than like you use parts of like your structure for more than one spawner.
Yeah, that's something you just have to do in order to get the corners right. Also for the sides, I think, but basically in order to keep everything in range in the corners offset chunks, the plan is to use spawners which only have a 2-block air gap in between them, which probably sounds ludicrous, but I actually have a method which work, and I think I'm going to make a video about it. Well, it should be released on the Sunday of Minecraft, probably, since I have a further plan for this
But
week.
wait, Wout, you're not home that weekend.
YouTube scheduling, it was invented, I think, 5 years ago.
Hacks, obviously hacks.
Yes. But I could actually upload it myself, who knows.
No, also just so we mentioned it, like getting this setup of spawners is like such a slim chance that we wouldn't have enough time to mention all the zeros during the podcast, right? Something like that.
Nah, definitely possible. Like that. If it's like if we can say 1-0 every half a second, I'm pretty sure we would be there within a minute.
But still
Like-
too long, so we won't say it.
Well, that would be 120 zeros. That's over 1 out of Google. So that
What
would be
about
enough.
scientific notation?
Well, yeah, that's what enemy means, I guess. Like if we write it out like fully. Oh well.
Yeah, but
Yes.
make a paste bin with that. Tons and tons of zeros.
Yes, it's going to be very
Chances
interesting.
like what
But
is it like?
we haven't really done a real calculation for the chance of this configuration, just some approximations of upper bounds and stuff.
One like never gonna happen.
Actually, I think it's doable. Just need to do some manipulation.
Yeah,
stuff.
but like you probably need to find the right spot and the right seed and
Yeah. Well, actually, I don't know. Like the world is pretty big, so if you just check enough
As a
chance.
conclusion, it's not likely that it happens.
Yeah, actually, I
possible
don't know. It's
within
actually within
100
computing
chunks and
capabilities.
of your spawn point.
It takes a lot of time. Like you need to get basically the 32 corner chunks right, and after with that, the other chunks are way easier to get right, although they will still be a bit of a challenge.
well,
Easy.
you also have the
Mhm.
problem that you do more than one spawner per chunk, right?
Yes,
So
8.
you also need to the location of the second spawner changes after the first when you spawn at the first one and so on.
Yeah, that's what you're trying.
This-
You're testing constantly.
And
the
what
new
type of
position is going
spawner
to
do
be.
you want?
Well, that would
Ours
be a
is
second
just-
priority to me.
I don't
If I can
care.
get just a mix of all of them, but it's 72, I'm fine with that. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but you
like-
just
like,
let them fall down and die.
For
Just get the
survival
drops.
purpose, skeletons and spiders would be most useful, I guess.
Yeah, probably.
From
Yeah, but half of the spawners are zombies, though. If you
Yeah,
well, but
want
you can
it, then
change you can change the outcome of what you get, right?
Yeah,
So
but
that
it's
you
can
then
force
you
it.
are making your chances even slimmer. So
Yes,
Hard.
yes, that's then your chance of getting that exact layout is very very slim. Yeah, but like for survival aspect, for like powering a tree farm, like for example like mangoes, you wouldn't need that amount of spawn. I think you would be fine with what did I hear? 8 spawners, which is way more doable. But
still hard.
the 72 is like amazing.
well, it
Oh.
would be cool if you could do it right, but yeah, I'm not. I'm just being well open-minded. You could say for now, crazy. You could also say that.
Yeah. Niels Norwegian, what did you guys do this week?
I made a sign on a Psycraft server with Persian flaggy.
Right. So,
I
anyway,
placed
what
a
did you do?
sign somewhere in one of the villages. In the map,
Yeah.
yeah.
We totally didn't go there to check out all the secret stuff and then
No.
claim it as our own.
Yeah, I did told them
That's
that
not
World Downloader installed. Right. Yes. Aldo, do you have anything like we worked a bit more on the Guardian Farm Switch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Not done though, but I had some no insights and trying strategies and enemy approves.
enemy
Right.
approved.
Yay.
Well, I
You
hoped
should-
you would approve. Well, thanks.
Get like a stamp for that, like.
Yeah, I made the stamp noise, but it wasn't really loud enough for my microphone to pick it up and for TeamSpeak to say, okay, we sent this to the server.
Right. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm going to wrap it up then.
Sure. Can make like some Vault meme jokes before we end, but
And oh no, you do not.
we gotta link some of them.
No, you're not. I
Check my
did it.
Twitter.
No.
But yeah, before we end, we can just remind if you're coming to Minecon and you want to meet us, we're probably gonna be on like me and Wout at least. I'm not sure about Norwegian, but possibly. We're gonna
about
be
an
at
hour
the on Friday. We're gonna be on the Hermitcraft thing, right?
The Hermitcraft thing. Good job. Yes, the Hermitcraft
What's it
hangout.
called? like there was some
Hangouts.
name for
Yeah.
it, but I can't remember. What is it
Think-
called?
Hangouts.
Hangout.
Yeah, the Hermitcraft hangout. I will link to it
Hermitcraft
in the
hangout.
description. You also
Okay.
suggested to register. It's totally free. Don't worry, but it's they basically want to kind of know how many people are coming, so that's why they're using Eventbrite, and they give you can buy free tickets. The logic behind it.
Free tickets, and you have to have a ticket to get in. A free ticket.
No.
Yeah, basically. I don't think so personally, but that would be funny.
Okay.
Yes, anyway, so make
Yeah,
sure
we're gonna be
tickets.
there, and then of course we're gonna be on Minecon itself. Not sure exactly when we're gonna be doing what. So
Well,
if you see us, Wout's gonna be looking like the guy that is in his vlog,
uh,
and
yes.
I'm probably be the guy kind of close by. I don't think there's a
I'll
Or-
be
picture
the
or
of
little
not.
guy
myself yet.
close by.
We don't know. We're just going
Yeah.
to be the little guy at Minecon. Just look for little people.
Gonna take some crayons and write enemy on my shirt or something.
I could try that.
No, you will go in a.
Well,
Enemy,
I
then
don't
everyone
know.
will punch you or something.
Would be
We'll
weird if
make
someone recognized me because I don't think I have a picture on my
They'll make a,
something.
I don't know, a spider suit or a zombie suit. So you're
Well, then you're
recognizable.
definitely an enemy, and we should punch you. But anyway, I know there's going to be a speedrunning event, so I'm probably going to that. But apart from that, we barely have any info on the events. Like basically, we got a mail last week, I believe, from Mojang, well, the team, of course, the Minecon team,
Yeah, basically
saying
the
when the
mails
opening and
says.
closing ceremony would be, but that's
Yeah.
about it. So no panel
R-
announcements yet.
More information will be published soon,
Well,
Yeah.
Something like
actually,
that.
I mean,
right?
it's hard for me to believe that there wouldn't be panels, but I mean, just like Cubhamster also doesn't think he's actually going to be there on the Redstone panel. I mean, he doesn't think there's going to be a Redstone panel. 'cause
Why
he
wouldn't there
thinks
be a
that's
redstone
contacted.
panel? What else would you do on Minecon instead?
He thinks that the shift has that they have shifted more towards like the map making panel, and maybe there will be a command block panel or something. Although generally
Yeah,
that's
but
all being
like
considered the same.
There's also a survival tech panel.
Yeah,
what's it
but
called?
like Panda, who's totally going, and JL, who may be going, I'm not sure.
I think it's going,
That's
yeah.
about it. Oh yeah, and Test, of course, who is totally not anonymous.
Yeah. That's
Well,
the guy
anyway,
we always hear about.
we should probably wrap up. So
He's probably gonna be there. No, we'll know.
yes,
Yeah.
And he will post on Twitter a picture. Hey, look, I was there.
yes, I will post a
I
picture of
saw
Enemy on
Wout.
Twitter, and I will turn it into 1,000 memes.
Stalking Wout.
Talking about sounds like a good idea to post on Twitter.
Or at Wout, look behind you.
Not gonna work. I have a Nokia phone. But people, like, you realize that people maybe listening to this, right? Like, they're just gonna kill us with this kind of level of bullshitting.
Yeah, but it's
Dude,
like in the very
luckily
end.
it's
So,
at
so
the
like,
end.
you can make like a YouTube annotation where it's like, yeah, you could have stopped 10 minutes ago, but thanks
No,
for
no,
listening.
don't, enemy, never ever say make an annotation or something like that, because I'm not going to look back and where it is. I make one of those info cards at 10 minutes in about the playlist, and one at 2 seconds before the end about the next episode, if there's a next episode. That's all that annotations, list info cards I do.
Okay, so there won't be an annotation with you could have stopped 10 minutes ago, but well.
There will be
so-
something in the comments. to
But
put
there
as
will be something
the-
in like a minute that like next episode is coming soon. So I think we should end it here.
Oh no way, Enemy.
Why?
Well, because we're done for today. We talked about all the things, right?
But this is short. The last time it was
Well,
always
how
way
long
too
is it?
long. So. And now
Like
it's
we can talk
finally,
about
finally in
random
time.
stuff for like now if you want, but I don't think anyone wants to listen to that.
Yeah, I'm surprised if anyone is still listening to this. And then sees, hey, there's no annotation. God damn it.
They lied to us.
No.
Well, Wout,
Yes.
Do
do
the
your
outro.
outro.
Okay, today on the outro, I really don't know what to say because these people already made an outro which I could not fathom, like the length of it basically. I thought I was slow, but Jesus Christ, they basically talked about stuff here for like 15 minutes. So I have to congratulate them on being a better Wout than me. Congrats.
Yay.
Makes me happy.
Except for Enemy because he keeps on posting stupid Wout memes.
Anyway, do you have a makes me happy about me?
I'm gonna look for one.
No. Just take the one where I'm laughing, whatever. Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, bye guys.
Bye.
Yep.